Okay, three, two. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Hot for This. We are your hosts. I am Machi, the Ring Geek.
Gil the Guillotine.
McKendy, the total hill.
Woo.
And this week we got a special episode. We know we've been away from you guys for a little bit, so we're sorry for that, Ring Pops, but life was lifing. But yeah, we've got a very special episode for you this week. We're going to be talking about the run up, or should we say the stumble toward WrestleMania 42. Before that, we've got a quick word from our partner, Cookies by Clark, the official cookie of Pop for This.
Cookies by Clark. Founded in 2015, our passion for fitness and health led to the creation of delicious, health-conscious baked goods. We believe in keeping things simple, with limited, quality ingredients that we feel good about feeding to our own family. Specializing in cookies as well as offering brownies, we proudly provide gluten-free and vegan options for everyone to enjoy. Every purchase helps support our small family-owned business, and we truly appreciate your support. So please, visit us on Instagram at Cookies by Clark, the official cookie of the Pop for This podcast. Cookies by Clark, the best cookie in the world for the best podcast in the world.
And that was Cookies by Clark, the official.
It's been a while.
Damn it, Gil. Damn it, Gil.
It's been a while.
Get that
Pop for
cookie,
This.
son.
So
Get that cookie.
So yeah, boys, I will just open it up to you guys like this run up to WrestleMania. I don't know where you guys want to start, but there's been a lot of bumps in this road. And I guess we could start with celebrity involvement.
Well,
Can lead off with
hold
that.
on. Before we get to the bumps, let me just say, on paper, this WrestleMania looks pretty good. There's a lot of matches on paper I wouldn't mind seeing. I would like to see. There's a lot of matches I think the people will qualify it as a dream match, even though there's some wrestlers that are involved in some of these matches we don't particularly like, but they are what I consider WrestleMania quality type matches. You know,
I agree.
Yeah,
meaning
I
that
agree.
meaning that Obafemi and Brock Lesnar, that's a
I
WrestleMania
mean,
match.
come on.
That's a
Yes.
WrestleMania match. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. We all know how everybody that watches the show know how we feel about Roman Reigns. You know, some people know how we feel about CM Punk, but that is a dream match.
That's a huge match.
Even the title, the best in the world, CM Punk versus the
Versus the
tribal
tribal
chief
chief,
Roman
Roman
Reigns.
Reigns.
The title alone is a is worthy of WrestleMania. You have AJ Lee versus Becky. You know, now
For
that
the
we know that
Intercontinental
for the
Championship.
Intercontinental Champion, now that we know that AJ still got it, she can still
Hmm.
go,
This should be a dope ass match.
And Becky is the GOAT. This should be
Hmm.
a dope ass match.
This should be a dope ass
Should be.
match.
This
It
match
should be.
came out of nowhere, but I'm glad it's on the card. Seth Rollins versus Gunther.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
That's gonna
expect that.
that might
I
steal the
would
show.
expect that. Yeah, I expect
That might
that
steal the
from a
show.
quality standpoint. I see no reason why that shouldn't be the best match of the weekend, both
Yeah,
Yeah,
nights.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
I
That
would fully expect that. I
yeah.
think that done booked properly, I think Oba versus Brock could be the more entertaining match, if that makes sense. But as a
Yep.
wrestling match, uh yeah, I think Seth Rollins and Gunther, that should be the best match of the weekend.
Yeah, even though in history, even though if you look at his like past matches when it comes to two big men usually don't have really great matches. From my point of view, for matches that I've seen, two big men, I can't remember a last match that I've seen where
Well,
there's two big men
the
These ain't regular
wrestle
the
big
and it
men
have
the
though.
and have great
WrestleMania
matches.
the WrestleMania Brock match, Brock and Undertaker was not good, but the matches outside of that were really, really good. Their SummerSlam match was
Yeah.
great. they had a great SummerSlam match.
Okay.
And Obafemi had, honestly, I'm not exaggerating, he had one of the best triple threat matches I've ever seen with Dijak and with Josh Briggs, who are both massive guys. So Obafemi can bring it. And I
Those
know
aren't
Brock
two.
can bring it. And I think if they do that, it'll be special, man. It can be
Those
special.
those those aren't regular big men. Of the way Oba moves, and we've seen what Brock can do. Brock has literally gone up against the shortest to the biggest guy, and he's always been Brock. It's not going to be a suplex city thing, so he's gonna have to wrestle, which I'm
Yeah.
excited about. You know what I mean? It can't be a suplex city thing.
Yeah.
So, but
And
I
And
am
we've
a
seen
little.
what Brock Lesnar does when he's invested in something. And at least to me, it seems like he's very invested in this. Like he's put
Yeah,
Oba
yeah, yeah,
over throughout the entire thing. That's
yeah,
not something that Brock Lesnar just does. Not
Mhm.
in that way. I've never seen him put somebody over in this way leading up to a match. Never. Never
yeah.
ever. So just that we're already in rarefied air. The quality of the match, so I think that will translate to the quality of the match. But you are right though, McKenny. In general, those matches, there are outliers that are great, but in general, they're
They
not.
suck. They suck. But let's see what happens. And also, you have Stephanie versus Liv for the
Yeah,
for the championship. You know,
That's a
You have Cody versus Randy, and we shall talk about Cody versus Randy shortly. But on paper, that was a dream match. And lastly, but not least, you have Finn versus Dom, which should have been for the Intercontinental Championship. But
they fucked up that up.
they didn't want to seem racist, so they gave the
yeah.
Intercontinental Championship away
We also
to
got
Penta.
the Penta's defending that title in that 6 man match too. It's a ladder
That's
Yeah,
match, I
another
think.
one that has a chance to.
That should be a banger though.
yeah. If you
That's
add
another one
enough,
that has a chance to really be special because there's a lot of high flyers in that match.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Javon
Yeah.
Evans, Penta, Rey Mysterio, you know I can't stand his ass, and Rey Phoenix. Like, that's crazy. Oh no, Dragon Lee, excuse me, Dragon Lee. Like that, then you got Rusev thrown in there and then McDonough. But like those four guys are really, really
I
major
think
high flyers. So they can do some crazy
Dragunov should have
stuff.
been put in there. Dragunov should have been put in there. I feel. But that's
Yeah.
just me. But yeah. So like
I
I was
also
saying,
feel I also feel Rusev should win it. But anyway, we'll keep going.
Oh
okay.
wow.
But like I was saying, on paper, this WrestleMania looks very attractive, looks very sexy.
You know what?
Looks
Since
like, you know what? I want to buy a ticket to watch to watch this WrestleMania. I want to pay for it so I can watch it on television. But guess what? The build to WrestleMania is another story. And this is why we're all here together to discuss the fumbles, the falls, the slip ups on our way to WrestleMania. And like you said, Mark, you said the celebrities. We're gonna
yeah,
start off with the celebrities.
yeah,
Hit it.
yeah.
Hit it.
Um, yeah, so we've got Pat McAfee in Randy Orton's corner. We got
McAfee.
ISO Speed, McAfee, McAfee, however the hell you
McAfee.
say his name. Oh man, Pat McAfee, Jesus Lord.
That was good.
The ISO Speed and the 6 man Jelly Roll's involvement leading up to all of this. He got how many segments did he get on SmackDown? He got three
Three,
segments on
bro.
SmackDown.
Had
Okay.
three like three and a whole match. I think was that on SmackDown? He got the whole match. I think
Yeah.
he got 3 segments and a whole match.
Then
Mhm.
That's wild, bro.
I think that for me the biggest fumble, right, with this WrestleMania card and with this lead up has definitely been with Cody and Randy Orton.
Mhm.
Not just for the Pat McAfee thing and just shoehorning that shit in like it made sense. Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes have just a built-in history of over 20 years. That's the story. Like
You
why
know,
they didn't even touch on that. Why is that not the backbone of this whole feud?
I'm glad you brought that one up because I was really thinking about it. And we had mentioned this before, how we were talking about how I maybe it was me, but we wanted Cody to possibly not be a face going into this WrestleMania because it was
Mhm.
weird at a point when it first started. They were both getting cheered. They didn't know who was the heel and who was the. And I think WWE had to like figure out like what are we gonna do here? Are we gonna make turn Cody and keep Randy face or but and they decided to go with heel Randy. I don't know, but why they had to add all of this extra stuff. I wasn't sure heel Randy was going to because he was so over at the time, but they did it.
Yeah.
They did it. When he attacked Cody, that was perfect. I don't know why they're adding this extra element to the match. Like it's
They're
crazy to me.
they're adding this extra element to the match because they are not in charge of this match. TKO is in charge of this match. Ariel Emmanuel, the big chief of TKO, is also the agent of Pat McAfee or whatever they want to call him.
McAfee.
McAfee,
McAfee,
McAfee.
as CM Punk would say. So he wants to make Pat into a huge star. So he's sacrificing WrestleMania to do that to Pat. Pat turned it down the first time they said, "Hey, this is what I want you to do." Pat turned it down. He didn't want to do it. They went with it. They went to him again, probably with a bigger paycheck,
More money.
more money,
Definitely.
and plus,
Definitely.
they're trying to give Pat his own television show on Netflix, own show
So
on Netflix. So this is just a stepping. So they made WrestleMania WWE a stepping stone for Pat McAfee's career, and now this whole feud is not even about Cody and Randy. Randy's a side character. Randy now is like the muscle behind Pat McAfee. It feels
my
like it sounds like it feels like it's Cody versus Pat at WrestleMania. That's how it feels like
Pat
to
Absolutely.
left
me.
Pat left with the belt. That don't make no damn
He
sense.
was carrying that was
The belt
insane
when
to
he
me.
left. When
That
he
was
left, he
insane to
was
me.
carrying the belt, looking at the camera while Randy's like this. But my other question is, when Randy first, is that how far they knew they were going to involve Pat McAfee? When he
I
first did that whole secret person,
I
or did they
doubt it.
change that on the
I don't
fly?
know.
I doubt it.
I don't
I
know.
doubt it because
I
let me
don't
tell
know.
you, WWE has a lot of things like that. There's a lot of things, if you go back, storyline threads that they just completely abandoned. Completely abandoned. And
Yeah,
I think they do that on purpose so that further on down the road, if a storyline needs a little bump, they could be like, "Oh, remember this thread from 3 years ago?"
yeah.
And then be like,
I could,
long-term storytelling. See,
I could
when
see
it's
that. I
like,
could see that.
y'all just stumbled your way into this. But another part of it that I can't stand, on top of this
Mm.
of involving this man, they're pointing out the poor ratings, they're pointing out the ticket sales and the bad product. That's never good. Like it's never good to in the storyline to make fun of yourself, to point out your own shortcomings. It might work for a wrestler, but for an entire promotion, I think it's stupid. I think it's dumb
If
to put a spotlight on that. I
if that's
really
what they
do.
did, if that's really what they did, that's the wildest bit. I would have to fire my agent because I'm not a wrestler. I can't come back from this in the wrestling. You know what I mean? If you're trying to put me somewhere else, what they hate this. The people that would follow me to the wherever where
Hmm.
the plan is, they're not going to follow anymore. They hate this. This is the stupidest plan ever. If
It's
this was not
terrible.
like it's so dumb. Like this would work if this was a wrestling world or Pat McAfee was there on Raw every week. We can hate him, then eventually whatever. this is a horrible idea for his career if that's the case. I mean, it probably won't hurt his podcast or his ESPN, but if they're trying to take him to Netflix through the wrestling crowd, they just lost him. They just lost the whole wrestling
Yeah,
community for Pat McAfee.
And there's so
it's
many
I
roads.
don't even know if he's going to be able to come back and commentate at this point. I don't, how are they going to turn this around?
They could turn it around because TKO has all the power.
yeah.
It sounds like they're gonna do a tag team match after
At
WrestleMania
Backlash or
for
whatever it is, yeah.
Backlash.
Backlash, yeah,
It's
that
gonna be
one.
Cody and
And
Jelly
Jelly
Roll.
Roll.
I don't know what their fascination with Jelly Roll. Cody and
Man,
Jelly Roll versus Pat McAfee and Randy Orton at Backlash.
yeah.
If I could throw up in my mouth right now. Like seriously. But there's so
It's
many
Jelly Roll is very popular with certain communities. So
I don't give a
mm.
fuck. I don't care. I
uh,
don't care. I don't care.
very, very popular with certain communities.
There's so
it's
many
rough.
roads they could have done. They could have brought back Ted DiBiase Jr. He was found not
Bro,
guilty of all fraud charges. They could have brought him back. He could have been the one that
Was
Randy
on the
Orton was
phone.
talking on the phone.
I
And
thought they were going to bring back
and
Vince.
they're
A
not
lot of
bringing
people
back.
thought that. A lot of
That
people
And
would have
thought
been
that.
awesome, bro. Oh,
what would have been good, even
Boy,
if they brought back Ted DiBiase Jr. and then he couldn't wrestle, he could have been a special guest referee at WrestleMania that caused Cody to lose the championship.
they could have done that, but I did like the Ted DiBiase idea, but they would have to have done it. You know how much people that watch now don't know who Ted DiBiase Jr. is? It
They would have
wouldn't,
had
you
to,
know what I mean? Like, they would have to have like done it like
yeah,
but
proper.
early,
see,
You know what
like
I
that's
mean?
the thing,
Earlier.
like what Mark
which
said. What
is
Mark said, they have a history. They could have
Yeah.
yes,
talked
you
about the history. They
yes.
could have showed replays
You
Made
can't,
vignettes and
of
shit.
when
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
in Legacy and
dude,
stuff like
you
yeah,
that.
cannot you
yeah.
cannot talk about Randy Orton's history with Cody Rhodes, especially the early part of it, without talking
Without
about
Ted
Ted
DiBiase,
DB.
yeah.
You can't.
Absolutely, yeah.
You cannot
Yeah.
talk about it without also talking about legacy. So as that feud gets built, people will see Ted DiBiase, but be smart about it. You mention him by name a few times here and there. A few
Yeah.
times here and there. Like maybe Cody's like, Ted always warned me about you or some shit. I don't know, whatever the
Uh,
case may be. But there's little, you know what I'm saying? There's little breadcrumbs that they could have dropped. And the story like is ready made. It's ready made.
that's the part
Like
that blew, like, just confuses me.
They could have brought
Even even if TKO did what they did, like Tony met, like this is like you could have inserted Pat McAfee in anything else, even by himself. He didn't even have to, but you just ruined that storyline. That's crazy. It was that was done. If anything else on the road to WrestleMania was a shambles, that was what you could have relied on at least. And
dude,
they just terribly.
they
Fuck.
could have gone even deeper. They could have gotten Brandy involved, Cody Rhodes'
Hell
wife,
yeah.
and
yep.
Randy could have punt kicked her in the ring, and
In
he
the
would have
ring.
got mega heat.
Hell
Nobody would
yeah.
have cheered him after that. He okay now? Yeah, Randy's the villain. Randy's
Yeah,
the villain.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
For real,
yeah.
they could have
Yeah.
brought back Kevin Owens, who had beef with Cody
I was
before he
hoping
left.
that was my dark horse, man, on that phone. It was KO.
Even if he
Yeah.
couldn't wrestle, it doesn't take
Ah,
much move to give him a Stone Cold Stunner.
nope.
It doesn't take much to give him a Stone
They
Cold
don't
Stunner.
even, bro. They don't even. That's the thing, though. I mean, with his neck, I don't know. Maybe that would be a problem, but regardless, he doesn't. He wouldn't even need to necessarily get physical, bro.
He
He
could
wouldn't
have
even necessarily need to get
he
physical.
could have grabbed a
His
chair and
involvement
just
would
give him
have.
nothing but chair shots. You
Yes.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah.
could have done that. Like Pat Mac.
And the number one and the last one they could have picked, which is a wild card, and it would have started off a whole new storyline and what all the fans are talking about. TKO versus WWE. They could have brought back The
The
Rock.
Rock.
It could have brought
And
back The Rock.
and Randy Orton would have been the champion for The Rock. And
The
that would have
Rock.
started the war between TKO
And
and
you have your
WWE.
a
And
new
that would have
spin on
been
the
the whole
authority angle.
and that would have
Hey,
been the
that's
whole storyline for the next year until next WrestleMania.
that's not still off the table though, because
It's not.
we still got to get to the WrestleMania match.
He should show up at WrestleMania.
He
He
c-
could show up at
he can
WrestleMania.
see and just smite this whole. Remember, you guys actually made a good point. They can't change this thing because remember what they did with John Cena's farewell tour when he turned heel. They fucked that up and just
Mhm.
Yeah.
smoothly transitioned him back into the top without a beat, missing a beat. So yeah, maybe with this Pat McAfee shit, they're seeing it, and The Rock might make an entrance, which in my head would slightly save it. But
If I'm Cody Rhodes, I would take all of this personally because if you really look at Cody Rhodes' championship runs, WWE has always done something to screw up his championship run. And people are talking about, oh, Cody is in the main event again. Cody's in the main event again. Cody's in the main event. Listen, yes, Cody is in the main event again, but Cody's an awesome wrestler. He does great promos. He acts like a
Cody is the
champion.
face. Cody
I
is the
have
face of the
no
company. He
I
is the
have
face of the
no
yes,
company.
problem with Cody. I have a
yes,
problem with his storylines. I have a problem with creative. I have a problem they're putting celebrities like Travis Scott, like
or
Jelly Roll,
Little
Jelly
Yachty,
Roll.
I show
Well,
little.
speed.
Little Yachty and Trick Williams kind of reminds me of what's that guy in Swerve? It kind of
I
reminds me
un-
of Swerve and his manager.
I
So if
thought
they're
Oh
trying to
about that.
Prince Nana.
if they're trying to replicate something like that, maybe that'll work.
I
I
thought
Maybe.
think
about it, but you got a real little daddy back. You're mad annoying. All right, all right. Okay, reel it back a little bit, buddy. Take it easy. All right. Don't go off
well,
script, Yachty.
I mean, I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't, something else because I didn't want to just get stuck on just the Cody and Randy build, even though that has been the most egregious. But there's other shit that doesn't make much sense either, included wrapped up into this build. Jelly Roll. Again, 3 segments on SmackDown. Meanwhile, Ilya and Mello are doing what?
Nothing.
What are they doing?
They could have they could have put Melo in that match, make it a triple threat with Sammy and Trick,
Yeah.
but Sammy beat Melo clean.
Yep.
So now you're out, Melo. I
Yep.
don't know why they
I
did
get
that.
it.
I don't know why.
I,
All they had to do was get Trick to interfere in the match. Sammy could have still won, but they would have said, "Hey, Sammy won because Trick interfered."
yes.
That would have gave
Yes.
Melo a reason to be part of the
Yes.
match. But he beat
Yes.
Melo clean.
Yep.
He did.
Why
Yep.
you gonna go do that?
Yep.
Why you
He
gonna
Um,
go
did.
do that?
I will say this though, the one thing that the road to WrestleMania, one thing it has definitely done has shown that Trick Williams is this boy is a star, man. My goodness.
He can't be stopped.
My goodness.
The only thing
Yeah.
I have a problem with Trick. Yo, Trick, that's the only clothes you have? I know they're paying you. Like, dude, that's the
They're
only
forcing.
clothes you have?
They're forcing him to wear it.
And it's
And
all
his
white. I know that shit get
That's
dirty
that
every
there.
single day.
Nah, there's he came out in an interview, if I'm not mistaken, that he was like, he came to work one day in another outfit. And Triple H Trips was like, yo, where's your white coat? Everyone was like, yo, where's the white coat? Now, where's the white coat? Now,
oh
where's the fur
wow.
coat? Like, you gotta put that fur coat on. Nah,
He had
that's
it all
what
the time.
we got going on. So I was like, oh, okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
it could be different color fur coats. It ain't got to be white all the time. You
And
can come
then
up
they
with a
asked for the
black fur
white part.
coat. You
You
can
go
come up
talk
with a
to
black
Trips,
fur
bro.
coat.
Go talk to Trips for him.
You
Yeah.
can wear
I
a
think
pink fur coat, be like Dipset in 19. What year was that, Gil? What year was that?
Dipset. That's like 2002.
Yeah, for all our listeners, Gil over here had a huge Dipset phase
Hell
when
yeah,
we were
bro.
younger.
a Dipset and a Rick
Yeah.
Ross phase.
For cat,
Hell
no, Rick
yeah.
Ross
Rick
is
Just,
Ross
me.
phase.
Rick
that was
Ross
his
is
face.
me. Cameron was Gil this whole
Still my
Dipset
boy
thing.
to this day. Dipset.
For real. But still, like, bruh, you ain't gotta wear that all the time. I know that shit gets dirty. It's all
The
white.
only,
Like, yo.
the
He
only,
must have a closet of it.
the one thing that I would like to see with Trick, although because he's so popular, it's probably not going to happen. I want to see his wrestling get better. I
Yeah.
do.
Mm, yeah.
The reason I say I'm doubtful of it, not I'm not saying that it won't happen, but I'm doubtful of it because in WWE, really, what you need to be a big star, he's already got all those things.
Yeah.
They don't really care if
Yeah.
you're a great wrestler. They really
It's
don't.
kind of
And he's
it's
already
kind of
got
up
all
to
those
him
things that he
now.
needs. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but we'll see. But otherwise, I think the build to that has been pretty solid. I did want to touch on Rhea and Jade. Um,
Oof. Jesus Christ.
I don't know
I
if
didn't
this
Do
is
we
think.
have
even.
do we have
I
to? Do we have to? Like,
I don't even
fuck.
think. I don't
that's
even
a
think
shit
that shit
show.
is
That's a
You know
shit
it's
salvageable.
show.
it's Monday, right? There goes my week. That's it. My week's
Yeah.
ruined. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I yeah. We've I know we've talked about that like kind of ad nauseum, but um it's just again, it's just indicative of them just not they're just not hitting. Like WWE
So
creative is just not. And
hold
I
on,
think yeah.
Mark. I'm
What?
sorry. Let me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I didn't even text you? She EO lost to Jade Clean. Are you okay? Is everything
When?
all right?
Oh yeah.
I didn't, but I'm sorry. I should have
It was
texted. Yeah, I'm
very
sorry. I didn't
upsetting.
call.
Yes, it was very upsetting. It was very
That should
upsetting.
that
Damn,
should have
Bullshit.
my
never
fault, man. I'm
happened.
sorry,
That
brother.
should
I'm
have never
sorry,
happened.
brother.
There was
Sorry, brother.
no point to that. Like, yeah, let's beat the shit out of Io one week and next week let's have her lose to Jade. Stupid. That was
Now,
stupid. That was
now,
stupid.
now, now, you want to show that she's strong to beat someone like an EO? Now, after all, now, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
there's to me there's just no foresight there.
That's an insult to EO because they've been building EO up this whole year.
Don't make no
Yep.
damn
This
sense.
whole and now not only they buried her, she's not even in
She
she's not
doesn't
even
even
on
have a
WrestleMania
match.
match.
Match,
Unless
bro.
they announce it tonight or SmackDown.
Or on SmackDown.
I doubt they're
I
gonna
doubt it.
announce it on SmackDown because
I
the
doubt
day
it.
before WrestleMania,
Yeah,
that's
right.
nuts. But if they do, they could announce it now tonight, but I don't think they will. I
Yeah,
don't
I
think they
doubt it.
will.
I doubt it.
But
Um
yeah, EO not
Wait,
being part of
what were you gonna finish saying, Mark?
oh no, no, I was gonna say something about a different match, but
Oh, okay.
go on.
EO not being a part of WrestleMania, that's the biggest grievous offense out
That's
of
terrible.
everybody that's not on WrestleMania. They've been building her up
Yeah,
for
I'd
like
I'd agree with that.
for so
It's kind of
long.
insulting
Yes, it is. Like
after what
then
she's put her body through,
then what was all that?
bro.
What was the point? What was the point
Yeah,
of all that? What
kind
was
of
the point?
insulting, bro.
If I was Rhea, I'd be tight too. I'm like,
Yeah,
how is EO not in WrestleMania? Doesn't make no
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, like
Don't make
You
no
were
damn
holding the
sense.
titles basically the whole year. Like,
yeah,
what's going on? And then you have Mello doesn't have a match.
Ilya doesn't have a match.
Ilya don't have a match.
Ilya, because after he lost the USA Championship, he just
They
floundered
fucked them
out.
over.
He just floundered out. He wasn't
Right,
doing
but that's
anything.
Yeah,
right, but
He
that's
wasn't doing
but that's
anything.
part of it. Like he just lost, and that's it. Like
yeah.
So
you
I'm
can't
not
come
really.
up with something for Ilya like
I feel
that.
this.
That's how I
I
look at
feel
it. That's how I
you
look at it.
can't. I feel the same way. You can't build someone on a run like that. What's the point of all that then? Like he's just this. But like, yeah, keep him up. He doesn't need the title. Just keep him beating people up.
That's
I
why.
don't know.
That's what I'm saying. He should have been in that ladder match. I'm sorry, Rusev. You gotta go because you were losing. You were
You're
losing
right.
all year. Rusev,
You're right.
you gotta
You're
go.
right.
And Rusev, what are you doing in a ladder match? This big motherfucker.
I
You
mean,
gonna break the ladder. You
he
gonna break the
he's
ladder. You're gonna put
you
one foot
gotta
on the
have
ladder and the
a
thing is gonna break. Like,
you gotta
yeah,
have a guy like that. I think Ilya also he's also a different type of wrestler. I think his style would have meshed really well with like JD McDonough. Then you got the
Yeah.
luchadors and you got the powerhouse in Rusev. They could have
Ilya,
done that.
Ilya,
Melo could have very easily been part of the Sami Zayn Trick Williams match as a triple threat. Absolutely.
Ilya would have killed someone on that ladder.
Oh, Ilya would have done
He would
some.
have elbowed
Yeah.
somebody from across the ring.
Ilya would have done some crazy shit,
Other
man.
person, Solo. Solo's not in WrestleMania, but I honestly I could understand
He,
it. Solo, you weren't doing nothing all year. You were fighting the MFTs and having whack matches. I'm sorry,
all
Solo.
all year.
I'm
Solo's had
sorry,
a match.
Solo.
Hasn't Solo had a match on every pay-per-view with those goddamn MFTs and those fucking
I mean,
or
not
like
on pay-per-view,
every
but on
not pay-per-view, I
SmackDown.
mean on SmackDown. Every SmackDown he had a match. You had
Every
enough TV
SmackDown,
time,
there's
buddy.
some, and I don't
Some
know
every SmackDown.
what the lantern. Fuck the lantern, bro. Fuck the lantern. Like, move
Yeah.
on. And not that I necessarily want them to be at WrestleMania, but it is surprising with how much they're featured that
That's what I
none
meant.
of
Yeah. They're
them
like
have
every
spot.
episode
That
of
is very
SmackDown. Wow.
surprising. Very
Like I
surprising.
I understand that not everybody get to be in WrestleMania because not we can't put everybody on the show. I understand that, but there's certain people if they're not on the show, dude, that's a huge foul. That's a huge insult. Like I said, EO is the top of my list when it comes in.
Yeah.
Like
Me
yo,
too.
Same,
EO is the
same,
top of my list. I'm like,
same.
Me too.
wow,
100%.
Me
EO
too.
is not in WrestleMania. That's nuts.
100%. Yeah,
People look
that's
forward to
crazy.
people, and they're fun. That's so stupid. People actually look forward to seeing EO. That's what a fumble. That's
She's
dumb.
been wrestling her ass off. She's been the best female wrestler this
And
whole
then
year.
and then EO versus Asuka. Come on, guys. It writes itself. What are you guys doing? Like, what is
Yeah,
make?
Asuka,
just don't have them shoot promos. Just go out there and wrestle. Don't shoot
just
promos.
go
Don't
out there
shoot
and fight.
promos.
But
Just
for as
fight.
prominently featured
Right.
as Asuka, Kyrie, and Io have been, none of them have a match at
Mm,
WrestleMania, which is,
which is crazy. Not
crazy.
even EO and they're not even in tag team match. The tag team
That's crazy to me.
that's
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, they're not in there at all.
So
Um,
But yeah. And there's
I
little
did.
things. And there's little things. Like Finn and Dom, I think they should have been wrestling for the tag for the Intercontinental Championship.
I agree. I
That would have
agree.
made the match even more important
I,
to me.
I think him losing. I mean, I get it, but I also feel like that ladder match could be something potentially could be something really special. And if that's what we end up getting, then I'll be okay with it. Um, but then again, I also like, okay, if you have the belt in that match with Dom and Finn, what do you do with all these other guys? I don't know if the whole point was to
yeah.
just have them all together or not, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to the ladder match.
Like
I am.
JD McDonough, I'm sorry, JD, you were hurt. You were injured. You just came back, bro. You've done nothing recently, really. I don't know
Of all the
why you're in the ladder match. Why are
of
you in
all
the
the
ladder match?
people,
You should be part of the Finn and Dom match supporting Dom. You could come out with Dom and interfere in that match and do something, but I don't know why you're in the match. You haven't done anything. You haven't
it's
beaten
Uh,
very
anybody,
it's
even
very
though
thrown
you're a great
together.
wrestler.
It's
Even
yeah,
though
it
very
you're a
thrown
is.
great
together.
wrestler.
It's very
It
thrown
is.
together. But
It is.
I actually wanted to talk about Oba versus Brock.
Okay.
Because there is a part of me that's really worried that Oba's gonna
Yeah,
lose.
dude. I'm happy you brought that up actually, because yeah, I'm nervous, man. I've never seen it
It's
like this before.
like I feel like he's gonna like in my head I'm like no Oba's gonna win like they wouldn't
He
do all
has to
this to
win.
have him
Yeah.
lose. He's gotta win. But there's a part in the back of my head that's like yeah, but he's black and it's Brock Lesnar and Brock does whatever the fuck he
Man,
wants.
unless
So it makes me
unless
nervous. I don't know.
unless Friday Brock actually gets the best of Oba, I don't know. I don't even know if they're going to be on the show
Well,
Friday
what?
on
See, that's the
SmackDown.
thing.
Is it
Why would they?
SmackDown? Is
They
it
had a
Monday?
contract signing. They already had their
See,
contract signing. There's no reason for them
I
to.
don't like how it's standing. I mean, yeah, I would like to see Oba just come out and do what Brock Lesnar did to John Cena and just all right, Brock. And like that leads to Brock's retirement match where he's like, I don't have it no more. This young stallion, this young conqueror just destroyed
Yeah,
me at WrestleMania. What the fuck? I don't know. What am I doing here?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Hopefully. But I don't know,
I'm
man. I don't like it.
It's difficult because Oba's a new guy, so he should win. But at the same time, they have to still make Brock Lesnar look sort of strong because if he's gonna retire at SummerSlam and face Gunther, he has to seem like a challenge for Gunther. You know, if Oba defeats Brock and just defeats him, Gunther's gonna turn around. I don't want to face Brock. You just lost. Let me face Gunther. Let me face Gunther. I don't want to face Brock. You just lost. So, it has to. I understand what everybody's saying. Yeah, Oba should win, but Oba has to win, but at the same time make Brock look strong. So it might,
Actually,
it might be a DQ. It might be a
actually,
DQ.
now that you
It could
said
be
it
a
out
dirty
loud,
finish.
Hmm?
now that it could be a Gunther 30 finish. Who knows? It could be a 30. But now that you said it out loud, why wouldn't it be okay if Brock loses to Ova? If
It's a.
if you're if the plan is to retire you,
Mm.
what's the reason to retire you? What's the reason for me to be retired? Unless it's like, oh, Gunther can't beat me.
I
Like,
would
I
use
think the
that.
story, I would use, like, if you
I would
lose
use
to
that.
Oba, I would use that leading to SummerSlam. Like, yo, Brock
Yeah.
don't got it no more, bro.
If I'm
But
Gunther, that's what I would do. I would use
yeah, I would
that
do the same thing. I would
as
use
fuel for
that.
Gunther to be like, Brock, bro, you're old yeller,
Uh,
my man. We
it's
gotta take
time
you
to
out to
beat
the
it,
back
bro.
and shoot you in the
I'm
back
like,
of the
I'm like,
head.
hold on, hold on,
And
hold
I'm
on.
the
I
one
ain't
who's
got
about
it.
to do that shit.
I'm like, I ain't got it no more. Oba beat me. It wasn't Rey Mysterio that beat me. It was Oba. You go face Oba.
Yeah, they,
You go face
You
Oba.
fight
Oh, I'm
him.
all done because Oba beat me. Like, you go face
don't look
him.
at that
If,
motherfucker. He
if
calls
you,
himself the
if,
conqueror.
dude, if you
Yeah.
whoop Oba's ass, okay, I'll walk out and never come back ever again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
Never come
fact.
back ever again. People like, oh, it's that easy. Oba beat you. Like, nah,
exactly.
bro.
But
Nah, bro.
even that,
Oba heavy.
that could be hilarious. So all of that, but I think I'm more invested in that story where it's just like Gunther is just hunting Brock, and it's just like it switches a little bit. Like, wait, Brock, are you all right? Can you handle this, bro? You about to lose this match? Are you done?
Yeah. I,
You
I and
know,
I think I think the two matches are connected. Gunther versus Seth and Oba versus Brock. I think there is a connection there. Not necessarily that somebody's going to interfere but I do think the consequences or the results of each match is going to have an effect on the wrestlers moving forward.
Because
Like,
okay,
mm,
maybe
mm.
Gunther said, I'm gonna want more than a thank you to Paul Heyman. Maybe the what he wants is, I want a match with Brock, bro. Make it happen. You're his boy.
SummerSlam
Make that
now.
shit happen.
because I'm calling now. I'm calling it now. Seth is losing that match to Gunther.
Yes. Yes, I think
Seth
so
is
too.
losing that match to Gunther.
I think
Braun
so too.
Braun Breaker is gonna interfere because
Mm,
Braun Breaker is cleared. Braun Breaker's
yeah,
been cleared for like 2 or 3
Yeah.
weeks. He's
Yep.
cleared to wrestle. They just didn't want to. They just changed up the storyline. Braun is going to interfere in that match, cost Seth the match, and that is going to be Braun Breaker versus Seth, probably at WrestleMania
that's
or back
SummerSlam.
us at SummerSlam or Backlash or whatever. That's what they're building. That's what they're going to for Seth and Braun to have their match. Gunther is going to look strong because he beat Seth. So whoever Gunther faces after that is going to be it's gonna have to be worthy of facing Gunther, you know?
Wow. Yeah,
Because he's gonna face Brock, right? He's gonna face Brock. Brock, yo, I just beat the guy that beat you twice. Seth beat you like how many times in the past? How
Yeah.
many times in the past? Why should I face you, Brock? You just whooped your ass. For real.
because he needs to. Gunther need. Don't forget Gunther's storyline right now. It got thrown together with Seth, but they're trying to make it seem he's making this deal with Paul Heyman to retire Brock Lesnar because that's his trajectory right now. He's on a
And
retirement, you
Or
know.
to get
and
or to get him a championship match. Or to
you
get him a
can make
championship
He
it
could do
match.
that too.
you can still have Brock, and you don't have to go to Gunther and Brock right away either. Rey Mysterio is back. Rey Mysterio is somebody that bro, because there's a lot of time between if Brock is going to retire at SummerSlam, I don't think a feud with Gunther and Brock should start the night after WrestleMania.
No, it's not
I
gonna
think
happen like
that's
Oh,
that.
yeah, he
no.
could
Somebody's
retire Rey
Gunther needs
Mysterio.
something
Yeah,
to do in the meantime.
but at
That's
the
yeah.
all.
same
It's
time,
not
I
because
don't
I
know.
think that's a great match, but if you want to carry that on, it was something that they had planned for WrestleMania, which was Gunther and Rey Mysterio.
And I
That
thought that
was
was
the
a
original
horrible
plan.
and I thought that was a horrible plan.
It
I
fits
thought
into
that
what
was
they
a
want to do as far as him. I agree. I don't think that's. I didn't like it either, but it fits into what I'm not talking about what I think they should do. I'm talking about what I think WWE could do, what they would
No.
do using their mindset. They already had an idea to do Gunther and Ray. So if you want to just stretch it out where, you're not going to have Brock lose until, SummerSlam or whatever, you have Gunther and Ray in the intermediate time.
It also
Something
depends
like
on how
that.
that
long
should be
you
like a raw. That should be like a raw match.
That's
you
fine.
gotta
That
you
could be it could be on Raw. It could
you
be on
gotta.
Raw.
They're gonna give
It could be on
Mysterio
Saturday
the
night's
all
main
up.
event or something. It's
No,
that.
Mysterio's gonna get the whole shebang. He's gonna get
Yeah,
AJ
when he
Styles. He's gonna
retires,
get he's
he's
gonna
gonna
get
get
the
the
whole
whole
thing.
shebang.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna get the whole thing.
when Ray retires, it's gonna be a big
Yeah.
thing. It's gonna be a big thing.
The question is, when do they want Gunther back in the title picture? Because you got and because if once Gunther's back in that title picture, Gunther's winning the title, whatever title he's going for. It's Gunther. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, but I
Well,
think
I mean, he's gonna have to run out of people to retire. Like, who
Well,
else is gonna
yeah.
retire? You
dude,
know,
they could drop that
Uh,
whole retirement storyline. They could. If Roman is
they
gonna be
have to
the
at some
if
point.
if
So
Roman is gonna be the champion after WrestleMania, Gunther versus Roman.
that could, yeah, that's true.
the one besides you guys are
That
forgetting
too.
besides Oba and Brock, everyone wants to see Brock versus Gunther. That's a dream match.
Yeah, it is a dream
that's
match.
That is a
that's
match we want to
that's
see.
that's a match that's what they're leading towards. There's already the whisper. That's what they're leaning towards. That's a money match. Trust me, I think
Yeah,
that's what they're going to go for when it comes to Brock.
So that's why I
It's going to
said
be
like
Brock and Gunther.
the finish has to be right. The finish has to be right.
It depends
I
on. Yeah,
don't.
you're right. I
Yeah,
don't
the
know which
finish
one.
has to be
Yeah,
right. I
there's
already
a
know
there's
the
a
finish. I already know the finish between Gunther and Seth. I already know that
yeah, yeah,
finish.
yeah. I felt that
That's
one
gonna
coming
happen.
too. Yeah.
That's gonna happen. But Oba and Lesnar, the finish gotta be right for they can move on and make for it to make sense.
What's going to
yeah
be beautiful about if they do Gunther asking Paul is how they're going to play that. If Paul Heyman is going to be involved in that storyline, it's going to be mad dramatic. If he has to figure out how to deliver Brock Lesnar of all people to Gunther, that's going to be crazy. I would love to see how they figure that out,
yeah.
how they write that
It's
That's
out.
gonna be
that's what
As
he
if
asked
they go,
for.
as if that's what he asked for. He could hope,
Oh,
he could, unless he asks Paul to try to figure out how to get back in CM Punk good graces if Punk wins for a title shot.
I don't think
well,
Punk is
yeah.
winning, but
But we'll save that. Let's not go too deep because remember we got our prediction
yeah,
episode.
yeah,
Let's
because
No,
you
not
know
yeah,
go
yeah,
there
yeah,
Roman's
yeah. That's true. That's true.
Roman's 50 cousins is gonna
and
interfere in the match and cause Punk the
and I
match.
I did want to talk about the run up to some of the other matches.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I think the Liv Morgan Stephanie Vaquer,
That's
I
going to
think
be a good match.
it got a shot in the arm with with Stephanie knocking the shit out of Liv and
Bro,
her that was
son, that
that
not
Chi Chung was
they didn't even
crazy.
they didn't even show what's her face.
Yo, Roxanne, I
Roxanne.
don't even know
Yo,
Roxanne,
what's
that hit,
she's not,
that hit
bro.
was worse. That hit was worse. I thought Roxanne would be missing some teeth
I,
the way
bro,
the
I had to
way
pause
because
it.
they were really close.
You
Roxanne
heard
and
it.
Liv. and you
Yeah.
heard it. You heard.
Heard the
I'm
pop.
like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
They didn't
like,
even
hold
They
up.
show
just
Roxanne.
I'm like,
like
is
I
That,
want to
that
see
not
Liv
from?
like just unhinged
yeah,
tonight. Like just totally
son.
unhinged. Like
And they're throwing stiff ones.
yep. And
Her
the
and
They
and
Stephanie.
they
even
said
the way Stephanie said what she said when she was like, "Yeah, talk about my mother now, bitch." Like it had a different
Yeah,
tone to it. So I think
yeah.
that the build for that was probably among the worst. But I think last week it definitely got a really really good shot in the arm.
they
I
said
think that's going to be a good match.
they said Roxanne and Liv was on concussion
Concussion
protocol,
protocol. Yep.
and
Yeah.
they didn't know if they suffered a concussion. That's how
They
hard
fucked up.
their
They fucked up. They had
heads
him too close. They had him too
th- th-
close.
their heads hit. I was like, oh, Roxanne is knocked out. Is knocked out.
She
Yo,
had
and
to
she
have
just
been.
came back. She just came
She
back.
had to have been.
Right?
She just
Literally.
came back. But yeah, man, that was a great. Don't get me wrong, that was a great segment. That was a great segment. I'm
It
like,
was. It
oh,
was good.
yeah. And that
It was
knot, I
good.
haven't seen a knot like that in years. Like, god
That was
damn.
crazy. It reminded me of Dragon Ball Z. Like, or in those animes, if somebody gets a knot on their head, they got that big ass
That
welt
big
that's just
ass knot.
throbbing. Yeah, that's
That
how.
little
That's
that
how.
little that little star drawing on it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like, weird.
That's exactly. But that's
Yeah.
exactly how Liv
Liv is
looked. That's
Liv is a
exactly how she
champ
looked.
though. Liv is a champ though. The fact that you taking pictures and laughing about,
Yeah.
yo, these wrestlers are crazy.
Yep.
These
No,
wrestlers
Liv
are
is crazy. My
crazy.
baby Liv Morgan.
Oh,
Little demon.
I love
But
her.
yeah.
my little
Um,
demon right there.
the build for that has definitely improved. Excuse me.
But
But
talking
we
about
got
builds, talking about builds, sometimes it's hard to like have a build to WrestleMania because it was 6 weeks. Like the champion, like from the time CM Punk faced Finn Balor, right? That was the last time CM Punk had a match, was with
yeah,
Finn Balor. Then you have 6 weeks ahead of you before WrestleMania. So every week you gotta come up with something different for the build. That's not easy for six
it's
weeks.
not.
That's not
It's not.
easy.
It's not. But you know
Hey,
what? That's
hey,
what they get paid for. That's their
hey.
job, bro.
What
That's
number
what it is.
WrestleMania is this?
And the
42.
42. And the
You've
thing
been
that
doing this.
pisses
How
me
long you
off,
been doing this?
and the thing that pisses me off the most about this whole build, okay, for 6 weeks you're gonna build to WrestleMania, and for 6 weeks the champions are not gonna have any matches.
None.
CM Punk didn't
Yeah.
have any
None.
matches
Can't.
since
Can't risk
wrestling
it.
Finn
Like
Balor.
he could have even had like even a tag match, like nothing.
They used to do
Nothing.
that back in the day.
Yeah,
They used to
they
do that
did.
back in the day.
Bro, you can't risk
I'm
Cody
it.
glad.
Rhodes. Cody Rhodes hasn't had a match since he got the championship back from Drew
you, you
McIntyre.
Drew, yeah.
you can't risk it. The vision fell apart in less than a month.
No,
That's true.
Seth said it. Seth said best. Seth said it. Seth said it. He said because I pretended I got injured, I cursed the whole vision.
Yeah.
He said it. He
Bro,
said
it was just
it. He said I
yeah,
triggered a
that's crazy.
curse. I triggered a curse,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
bro.
But I'm
Yeah.
glad you mentioned that because I think that the CM Punk Roman Reigns build um is kind of a microcosm of all of that because there were parts that it was really really great. Like CM Punk just man, he just pulled his pants down last week and just shitted on
That
the game.
was a wild thing to say. He
But
said some of the
but
things he said.
but has it been good the whole way? No,
No.
it's been inconsistent, and I think that it's reflective of just the entire the entire thing. You know, I don't know how, and I still don't know how invested I am in that match. Now, granted, I'm not a fan of CM Punk, and I'm not a fan of Roman Reigns, and I know that figures a lot into it. But I know what a WrestleMania main event is. That's a WrestleMania main event. Like, there are not many main events that are just as far as name recognition or whatever, star power. There aren't many WrestleMania main events that are bigger than that. Like, honestly, that's huge. CM Punk and Roman Reigns. That's huge. But I don't know. I felt like the build for that has been uneven. But to me, last week, CM Punk, he really put his foot in that in his promo work last week for sure.
Cracked
CM
open the
Punk,
door.
this title reign has made me fall back in love with CM Punk. Like, yeah, personally, I might not be a big fan of Phil Brooks, but bro, this brother is a wrestler from from his toes all the way up to his little gray hairs, bro, on his face. Man, CM Punk, yo, the dude's really good. He's really good at what he
Yeah,
does. He's really
yeah.
good
He
at what he does.
CM
He's a
Punk
fighting
has a
champion. He's a fighting champion, and his matches
but
are dope. And that promo, he didn't just put the feud with him and Roman Reigns on his back. He put the whole WWE on his back. He was like, "Yo, bro, you want people to buy tickets? Give me the mic in 10 minutes. I'll give you." I'll sell some tickets for you. And that's
Went
what he did. He didn't go after only Roman Reigns. He went
went after
after
everyone.
TKO, Pat McAfee,
It was
Roman Reigns,
great.
and people forget about what he said about Roman Reigns, bro. He said
Plastic,
there was something that he said. He said you main evented what, 10 WrestleManias or 11
but eight of
WrestleManias?
them sucked.
The first 8 sucked. If it was anybody else, they would have got fired. They would have got fired. Yo, dude, I'm starting to realize a lot of the WWE wrestlers see Roman Reigns the same way we see Roman Reigns. Like,
Can
dude,
I?
you're a plastic champion. The only reason you've gotten this far is because you got Vince McMahon's dick hard. That's the only reason.
Jesus Christ.
Basically, that's what it is. If it wasn't for Vince
Uh,
we'll
McMahon,
definitely have to edit that one out. But
you still be somewhere,
uh,
I don't know, like doing, I
I'll
don't know
tell you.
what you'd be doing, but you wouldn't be main eventing WrestleMania for the past
well,
10
we don't know
years.
what he does when he's not around, but apparently it's more important than being fucking champion.
No,
I'll tell you what
no.
though.
We do know what he does.
Apparently.
He says it's more important to me being a family man and taking care of my kids. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So how's people like Seth Rollins doing it because he has kids? How's people like Cody Rhodes doing it because he has kids? How's people like Randy Orton doing it because he has kids? They come to work every week. Practically
Punk said
every
it.
top star in
Punk
WWE has kids.
Punk said it in the pipe bomb. He said, "I can shoot a film. I can shoot this. I can shoot that, and I'm still here." Right? I was like, "Yeah, he
Yeah.
don't got kids, but he's doing things. He's making interviews. And he's still here. I'm still here, dude. I'm wrestling."
Yeah.
Seth
Yeah.
Punk also
Rollins,
said, Punk also said a bar, son. He said, what did he say? He said, I can build the bridge and I can burn it
Burn
down
it because I can swim.
because
Yeah.
I know how to swim, bitch. I was like, this man.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on, dude?
Yeah. Nah, he definitely put his foot in that one. And I mean,
dude, yeah.
I'll never deny, like, again, I'm not a fan of his and, I have my reasons, but I'm not gonna sit here and deny, that he's not one of the great wrestling minds that there is in the game today. I can't stand LeBron James, but I'm not gonna deny that he's an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with CM
Yeah.
Punk. I can't stand his ass, but am I gonna sit here and deny that he's good? Like,
Mm.
nah, I'm not gonna do that.
He's making this feud good.
He is. He
He
is.
just made it better.
He's
Yeah.
making
He
this
just
feud
made it
good.
too. He just made it good to me. Like, and who knows what Roman's gonna say tonight? But I texted you guys earlier. I think he's gonna drop on his face. You can't match that. You don't have the things to match that, Roman.
No,
He
he
have
probably
That's not what you're about, bro. You're gonna say some whack shit. You're gonna try to cut deep into some backstage stuff no one gives a fuck about. Yeah, it's not gonna work.
no,
yeah.
he might say something fire. You know why? Because he's gonna run to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman is gonna write down something fire to him for him. That's
There you
it.
go. There
True.
you go.
Yeah.
Very
There you
true.
go.
Hmm.
Very true.
That's
But
exactly what's
yeah.
gonna
But
happen.
yep.
All right.
But the thing the main problem I have with Roman Reigns and CM Punk is the same thing I have with all of Roman Reigns' feuds is some wrestler against Roman Reigns and his 50 cousins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I fully expect there to be shenanigans here
There's
with this
always
match
shenanigans in Roman
yeah,
for
Reigns
sure,
matches.
for
There's
sure,
always shenanigans.
yeah.
for sure. Um, yeah, that I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen. Them entangling them again, like they just can't help themselves. Like WWE just backs itself into corners with certain things and just doesn't know how to pull themselves out of it.
Out of it, yeah.
And that's why you've got the Vision and I Show Speed against the Usos and LA Knight because they've had them entangled in shit for how long, and they have no idea how to extricate themselves from it. They have no idea how to just pull themselves free from it and go in a different direction. They just don't.
Well, they don't know what to do with LA Knight. That's why they created
Oh,
that event. They don't know that match. They don't know what to do with LA Knight.
oh, you mean the botch expert?
The
Oh
botch
man,
expert. Like,
bendito.
like
Son, there's
I just
compilations. There's
Yes,
compilations.
there are. I know.
Once you
yeah.
got a
I know.
compilation, bro, it's done. You're
Yeah,
done
it's
for.
crazy. It's
I
crazy.
can't give you anything. There's compilations.
I don't
I
mind
know.
Aisha. Like, they don't know what to do with LA Knight, and yeah, it should be a tag team match. Two tag teams going up against each other. They put ISO Speed in it. I don't mind ISO Speed because ISO Speed is young. He's very athletic. If he puts his mind to it, he can be another Logan Paul. Logan
He
Paul,
really,
like outside of the ring, like yeah, he's Magna, he's a piece of shit, whatever, whatever. But inside of the ring, he's here every single week, unlike Roman Reigns, and he can wrestle it, and he can wrestle his ass off. So
I
I
will
don't
give
really
him
mind
that.
it. I don't really mind it if ISO Speed really puts dedication into it, which it looks like he's trying to do. So I don't mind ISO Speed putting
Like I'll give
being in
Logan
there.
Paul credit because he shows up for the hate. He
Yeah,
shows up
he
for it
does.
every week. He does.
He does.
He
He
does.
does.
And anyone who says that he can't wrestle, they're just being a hate. And I can't stand Logan Paul.
Hmm.
I despise him. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, he can't wrestle. That's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Like Logan Paul has taken to the WWE style like a fish to water, man. Like a
Yeah.
fish to water. He really has.
And if
But
ISO Speed can do the same thing, hey, I'm not gonna knock them. But they really need to work on the tag team division
yeah,
because it's
again,
doo-doo.
like there are wrestlers who could be in that spot. There's a match
True.
that could
Hmm.
happen as a result. Like, yeah, it just doesn't, it just doesn't, you know, again, this thing with the celebrity, like, I wonder, does WWE really care that if people watch the match? Do they really care? Or do they just want to be able to say, oh, this person tuned in for WrestleMania or they ordered WrestleMania, and then they can turn around to their advertisers or to Tico or whoever and be like, yeah, look, we made a bunch of money because people are watching our shit. That's exactly how it feels. And
Yeah.
it sucks because on paper, like, and then there's another match we didn't even talk. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. That's a huge fucking match.
That's a
It's a
huge
big
match.
match. For the
Big
IC
match.
That's
title,
a really
it's a big
big
match.
match.
Big match.
Like AJ Lee being your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler is true. That shit is true. And
It is true.
Becky Lynch is the GOAT. She's the greatest of all
Hmm.
time. And that's not just me saying it. Sports Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it.
Bleachers
And
president.
The heel says it.
Yeah. Guillotine too.
Yeah.
pop for this. We say it like,
We
you
like you,
know,
Betchy. I said
you
Betchy.
know,
We like you,
Becky.
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 But
Yo,
like
Betchy.
yo, did you see that clip? Becky was talking to Danhausen, and he would try to get Danhausen to put a curse on AJ Lee.
AJ Lee.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
yeah.
By the
I
way,
wonder.
Dangerous.
I
by the way,
wonder how they're gonna use him.
Mm.
I'm sure he's gonna be used in WrestleMania. They'd be
I
dumb not
kind
to.
of I love how they're using him. Like I
It's
said, we said this
perfect.
before. I love
It's
it. I love it.
perfect.
He even had a
It's
match.
perfect. It's
Yo,
perfect.
that skit that R Truth and Damian Priest had when he
It's
was like
hilarious.
telling them Oscar was cursing everybody.
Yeah.
That was
And it's
so
so
Yeah.
funny,
funny,
bro.
dude.
That was
Yeah.
so funny because it just like yeah, they do look a lot alike.
They do have the
Yeah.
same, the white and black paint. Yeah.
He
Because
said, "You
you're not
mean
even thinking
Danhausen?"
about it.
He said, "Danhausen, Oscar."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yo,
need
that shit was
Damian.
hilarious.
I need Damian Priest to be more frustrated though. Like I need you to be more frustrated. Like God, come
Yo,
on.
and you want to hear something crazy? They're not on. They're not. They're
They're
not
not in
going to be in
WrestleMania. They don't have a
WrestleMania.
match either.
Well,
They don't
why
have
why
Oh
matches.
yeah, that's right. The
why would
yeah,
they
the
be?
tag team champions.
It would make sense.
The
It would
tag
make
team
sense.
champions don't have a match at
Why would the tag
WrestleMania.
team why would there be any tag team title? Yo,
Yeah.
WWE, bravo. Good job.
Yeah.
Way to go.
The tag team champions don't have a match at
Do
WrestleMania.
not
That's
have
crazy.
a match. Yeah.
We need ISO speed.
The tag titles are not even up for grabs at WrestleMania.
Nope. Just
And we're supposed to
just
care about the tag titles, right? Yep.
yeah, so it's been very very inconsistent. Now, one thing I want to say though that wrestling logic kills me. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre are having an unsanctioned match, right? If it's unsanctioned, why is WWE providing like a ring and an event for them to have
Yeah,
this match?
I don't.
just
I
put
just just put them outside. Like, yeah, this put a cam. There's a camera here.
so no
Yeah,
Unsanctioned.
like
Great.
so
I
no
think it's
disqualification match. That's what you're saying. So no
yeah.
disqual. Just say that. Just call it that. Just call it
Yeah,
that.
that's
Honestly,
they're adding
honestly,
they're trying to it's an artificial way to add heat to it because they know that they screwed Drew. They
If
know
it's
it.
a
hon-
non-sanctioned match, then do it in the parking lot. That would have
Yeah.
been dope if they
honestly,
did it in the
you know, it'd
parking
be
lot.
fire if
Mm.
they actually made the match like the segment that they had. The whole 4 hours of the show into night two, just
It's
Jacob
just
Fatu
Drew.
and Drew everywhere.
They're
We
showing
can't
up
find. We
everywhere.
can't find. They're showing up everywhere.
Hold up, they've been fighting overnight.
Overnight. Yeah.
Like Goku versus Cell. Like what the hell?
Yeah. How long you motherfuckers gonna fight? Yeah.
Fight.
Fighting for 24 hours? Yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
You
I
only
do expect that
you
match to
only
be a
take breaks to
slobber
use the
knocker.
bathroom. You only take breaks to
That's
use the bathroom.
that's it.
That's good.
That's
That
it.
one could be is gonna be a slobber knocker. That one.
Yeah,
That's
that
gonna
should be
be
a good one.
yeah. So but yeah, in general, I think the build to WrestleMania has been lackluster, to say the least. The celebrity
Yep.
involvement and the nonsense storylines hasn't been
Uh
good. Hopefully,
There
the matches
also
on
there's
paper will overcome that because it's been rough, man.
there's also
well,
factors that other people that they couldn't control.
True.
Injured people getting injured, like you
true,
mentioned, the
true.
Vision, all of the Vision getting injured. My
That was
beautiful,
wild, bro.
my beautiful Bianca Belair has been out for a year because
That's
of a thumb
crazy.
injury. Because of a
A
thumb injury,
finger.
Lord,
They say
please
she
don't
might
take
lose her
her thumb.
finger.
Yeah,
They
there
Please
was
might
don't
talk
do
lose
about
that
she
to
might
my
lose her
baby.
finger.
Please don't do that to my baby,
they
Lord.
might lose her
Like,
finger, bro.
it's
Please
crazy.
give her my
And
finger.
TKO also Ari Emanuel forcing his decisions on the thing. That's not
Yeah,
something
that's
that
terrible,
WWE
dude.
really can be like, oh, we don't want this. Like, yeah, I'm your fucking boss.
And
Yeah,
they
you're doing
they
this
modeled Ari Gold from Entourage from
after, yeah,
Ari Emanuel. So
Really?
imagine, yeah,
yeah.
they modeled
Holy
the so imagine
wow.
Ari in charge of TKO, the character, and say and coming into work every single day. Man, fuck these fake ass fighters. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm
That's
gonna do whatever
crazy.
I want.
Yeah.
You
That'd be
know?
hilarious. Get your ass bust too.
Like seriously, that's what it is. And the high ticket prices, which makes no sense. They're like, okay, we lowered the prices of tickets, dude. WrestleMania is a week away. people are gonna have to get like days
I'm
off
still
from
not
work,
going.
Like, what do
Yeah.
you,
book
What
a
are
and
you
then
flight,
doing?
pointing out
book
the high,
hotel. Like
bro,
it's not gonna
pointing out the high
happen.
ticket prices in
It's
storyline is
crazy.
also stupid. Like, what are you,
Lowering
How
why?
the
about
ticket, lowering the
how
ticket
about
prices a week away from Mania is not gonna help.
how about Pat McAfee giving you a 25% discount if you
Oh,
only
yeah,
go to night one? He did.
that,
He said, "Don't go to night two." That's crazy to
bro.
me. What?
And that was the big announcement. Because remember, he said, I got a huge announcement next. That was the huge
Yes.
announcement.
Yo,
Like,
they're wild. That was wild.
we get that it's like entertainment and all that, but like they commodify and monetize absolutely every
Yeah.
aspect of the show. Like it's ridiculous. It's crazy. So yeah.
Man,
Anyway,
me. In other news, in AEW, MJF is having
the run of a lifetime.
match of the year matches every other week, every
Unbelievable.
month. Yo,
No, that
unbelievable.
show Dynasty was incredible. Like, yeah, like I said, man, if they ever get any kind of marketing or a promotional powerhouse behind them like WWE has, WWE is gonna be in fucking trouble, man.
They're in
They're
trouble.
in
Yeah,
serious
They're
trouble.
in
they're in
trouble.
trouble now. They're in
They're
trouble
in
now.
trouble. They're in
Like,
Yeah,
trouble. The
and
only
I didn't
big
thing
even
trouble.
finish. The only
AEW is
thing that's
AEW is still a young company. They're in
the
trouble.
thing, and
Wow.
their pay-per-views are too long. 12, 14 matches is crazy.
God
Like,
damn.
yeah, bro. Like I paused
Yeah, yeah,
I
no,
saw I've
no,
seen four
no, no.
matches so far,
Highlights,
and
highlights.
I had to pause because I'm like, all right, there's seven more matches. Like, all right,
That's insane.
I need a
Highlights.
break. But yeah, and I mean a regular episode of Dynamite is better than the pay-per-view WWE has. So WWE needs to really they need to really stop being petty and actually pay attention to the shit that they swear is their calling card. Storyline. Okay, give me a good storyline.
Oh,
This is
Cody and
what we
Randy
do.
writes itself.
dude,
Writes
Vince
itself.
Stupid.
You couldn't even give me that.
Vince McMahon
Stupid.
gave it the death blow. Vince McMahon gave it the death blow, bro. He sold the company to
Brutal.
TKO. People that don't understand wrestling.
Not that I think
Well,
not that I think he was better. I don't think he was better.
But
I
at least he
just
cared. At least he slightly cared. They don't
I
care.
just I just feel like it's WWE just got to a point when they were the only really wrestling promotion that anybody gave a shit about for so long. That complacency has completely saturated that whole place. And they really
yeah.
just they don't know how to take risks. They
They made a
they
they made a deal with the devil that they can't handle.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
But
they thought TKO was going to be one thing, and it's turning out to be a completely different thing. So,
something totally else. But I do agree with what you opened up the show with, McKendy, that on paper, really the only match that I could say like, oh God, I don't have interest in really is that
Jade and Rhea.
six main tag match, the Vision and against the Usos and LA Knight and Jade and Rhea.
Yeah.
yeah, me
Everything
too.
else, everything
On
else, I'm
paper,
like, this
yeah,
should this should be good.
it should
This
be
should
Yeah.
be
good.
good. It should be
So,
really good.
Oh.
Like even that fatal four-way tag match for the ladies tag championship. Yo, those teams are stacked.
it's stacked
Those
team,
teams
bro.
are
Should be a sick
stacked,
match.
bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, that shit should be good. So
So,
Yeah.
we'll see.
And John Cena's hosting WrestleMania.
Oh, snap. That's
I
right.
forgot
John
about that.
Cena's hosting
That's
WrestleMania.
right.
I'm
Forgot
like,
about that.
damn. And did you hear they wanted John Cena to come out retirement? And John's like, no, dude,
Stop it.
No,
I just
no,
retired.
I'm
I
like,
just
no,
retired.
get away from me.
no, no.
Nah,
Give
nah.
me my
I
check.
just retired, bro. What are you
Word life.
talking about?
I'm out of
That would
here,
Word
be
man.
life.
Fuck
crazy.
you.
We'll pay you
Nah.
$100 million. Okay.
Ah, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
Pay you $100 million.
It was all work. It was all
That's
work.
all the word. We planned all of this. AJ Styles didn't retire too. He's like right there. AJ,
Right here. We
they're the
paid
Oh
new
them both.
tag
man.
team.
We paid them both $100
Crazy.
million.
Oh man.
All
So
right,
Anyway,
that's our show, guys.
Yep.
all right,
There's a
everybody.
lot.
Please like and subscribe
Like, subscribe.
Like,
right
subscribe,
now,
comment,
right now,
follow.
right now, right now.
Now, they're not doing it. They're not doing it.
What?
Do it
Do
right
it.
now. Now. Now!